What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Sailor Turn Gamer, and we are back in the building, coming at you with another Dauntless video. There's so many great things happening in Dauntless right now. It's really going in the right direction. If there's any AAA titles on the market right now that's letting you down, let me say that Dauntless is a game that can definitely keep you busy with tons of content. What's Dauntless? Well, for those of you that's finding my channel for the first time and you're not aware of what Dauntless actually is, it's a free-to-play action RPG that exists within the monster hunting genre. So if Monster Hunter is something that kind of attracts you, think of something like that, but with its own flair and its own element. I usually like to say it's a little bit Monster Hunter with a little bit of the creativity from Fortnite, and there's no ceiling to this game. You start off as a low-level slayer, and then you work your way through various islands, defeating all types of behemoths. The footage you guys are watching, that's one of those behemoths that you can fight. You can play this game solo or with friends, whatever flavor you prefer. You can do that here in this game. You'll work your way up, gaining crafting material, crafting gear, ranging from weapons and armor. It's a fun experience, and with all the content that currently exists in the game, they are releasing even more with the mastery system. That's what we're talking about in today's video. We're talking about the mastery system that will be coming April 24th. When that system comes, we're going to have mastery cards that will come with that. On those mastery cards, you will have the ability to complete objectives to level up your mastery rank. Doing so will allow you to unlock various things from weapon mods to new ultimates that will be coming to the game for each weapons. Ultimates or supers, whatever you want to call them, that's what they are. They're pretty cool. They're going to be retiring the reputation ranks that's currently within the game for something that's way better, a superior system, I think. If you guys want to know more about this particular mastery system, then be sure to stay here and be sure to get all of the official updates from Dauntless, ranging from patch notes, news and updates, community Q&A roundups, educational videos, and much more. You guys know the deal. We hold it down with whatever we cover. So if this is your first time being here, welcome. And for anybody that's coming back, it's nice to see another member of the fleet. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to give it a like and a share. And you know the deal. Join the fleet. Help us grow. Help more people get an opportunity to learn more about these fantastic games that are on the horizon. And with that being said, let's get into the talk.
Proving your skill. Okay, picture this. You made it to Maelstrom and you've taken on some really tough battles. But how do you know you're finally ready to move up from rookie rank to Master Slayer? Lucky for us, we have the mastery system that's going to be put in place pretty soon. This, in short, is a brand new system that brings challenges that you can take on to earn mastery experience, raise your mastery levels, and unlock brand new rewards. When introduced in the Path to the Slayer update, which is going to be update 0.7.1, the mastery system will offer mastery objectives for each behemoth and weapon in the game. So that sounds like tons of content already. To know that we're going to have challenges in the mastery system for everything, that excites me. But with this system, we'll be getting these things called mastery cards. Upon first meeting of a behemoth or crafting of a new weapon, you will unlock a mastery card specific to that creature or item. You open up mastery from the main menu and select the card to check out its details. And so as we see this beautiful imagery of this mastery card, for example, we see Boreas here in the shot. Let's break this thing down real quick. Alright, so Phoenix Labs helped us out and they put number cues here in the image that you guys see. And let's just start with the first thing we see is that number 1. We're going to see that Slayer level of 50. So as we see for this mastery system, our Slayer level is going to have a ranking system. And I'm going to assume that 50 is the maxed tier for that mastery level system. But only time will tell. If we look over again and we take a quick look at the number 2, which is in the top right hand corner, you guys are going to see that Behemoth Mastery. So there's a specific mastery rank for that specific behemoth or weapon that is current. That mastery rank is going to measure your mastery of all behemoths and not just the one that you're currently viewing. So it gives you some more progression that is there. If we take a look right below that, we're going to see a reward preview, which this reward preview is going to allow us to be able to see what we'll receive once we reach the next level. So if you see, once you get to that mastery level of 2, you're going to unlock bronze utility cores, which again, you need those bad boys for continually creating a variety of builds or just increasing the build that you use, like primarily. So that is pretty cool to be able to see that. If we take another look and we go down a little bit to number 4, we're going to move on to the objectives. So we see a series of objectives. We see that says Bereas, complete objectives to earn rewards. We see a lot of them. Hunt Bereas, Bereas wearing Bereas armor. You craft all the armor, upgrade the armor to tier 6, upgrade it to tier 10, which is max tier. Deal 5 million damage to Bereas. Hunt Dreadfalls Bereas while taking less damage than 100. Hunt Dreadfalls Bereas in under 3 minutes. So these are some pretty dope objectives. Completing the objectives, they're going to raise your overall Slayer level and the mastery level related to the card. So completing these is going to, of course, raise that level of the mastery level for the behemoth or whatever weapon or gear it is, but it's going to increase your overall mastery level. So that's pretty dope. Doing that will allow you to make progress and continue to unlock some fantastic things. Let's move on again. You're going to see a series of checkboxes right next to those descriptors, which is obviously going to let you know you got a check, you knocked it out. You see those cool little bars right there, those little progress bars. Some of those things are progress bars, like wearing the full set and doing a lot of damage. You're going to see that tracker there to make sure everything is A-OK. And then last but not least, you're going to see a secondary progress bar. So instead of a bar, this time we have a counter. But as you guys see, man, this thing is ranging. We have every behemoth in the game that's on this list, and we're looking. This looks very, very incredible and something that I'm incredibly excited for. We see various weapons there. You see your axe, you see your dual wheels, you see your hammer, you see your repeaters. Man, everything's there. You're just going to be able to scroll down and truly become a master. That is exciting. All right. So we talked about the mastery levels earlier, and now I want to take a deeper dive into that very concept. What exactly is it? So, mastery levels. With the introduction of the mastery system, you're going to have Weapon Master, Alchemist, and your other reputation tracks. Those are going to be removed, and they're going to be replaced by the actual mastery levels that will be put in place as soon as the system is here. These are going to include Slayer level, Behemoth Mastery, and Weapon Mastery. You know Weapon Mastery, so you got your swords, your hammers, your war chains, your axes, your war pikes, your repeaters. Everything's going to have its own Weapon Mastery, so it's going to be tons of in-game content. Each measure of your mastery comes with a new set of rewards specific to that mastery. Basically, we have a ton of content for a whole lot of in-game. Here's the breakdown on that specific thing in itself. So when it comes down to Weapon Mastery, Phoenix Labs have also gifted us with this fantastic image here. And Weapon Mastery is basically going to be a way that we have to measure our skill with a specific type of weapon. There are separate mastery levels for each of the 6 weapon types. So we've already gone through with that. And as you guys look at the top left, you're going to see that breakdown right there with all of the weapons listed there in itself. And there are numbers that are next to it too. I'm going to assume that is the weapon mastery rank. Yeah, it is. So if you guys look, you're going to see that 0 on the top right hand corner. And then if you look again at the actual weapon in the drop down menu, you see it has a 0 as well. So that confirms that that's the actual individual rank of that weapon. And as we look, we're going to see some pretty special things there. Again, a lot of the things similar to the Behemoth chart, but there is a ton of weapons in the game that we're going to have to not only unlock, but now you're going to be put in positions to use them to complete objectives like exposing 5 behemoth wounds with any war pike, dealing 50k damage to a behemoth with any war pike, dealing 50k damage to a behemoth with any physical war pike, dealing 50k with any blaze. And I'm going to assume that this is going to go on and on and on and on with each elemental type of war pike or weapon in the game, and this is going to allow us to unlock some pretty awesome things. So in summary, how do you raise your weapon mastery level? So to do that, you can craft weapons from the category you want to improve, use them in hunts, and basically prove that you know how to use them by completing objectives. How do you level up? It's also very easy as well. They provided us with that. Weapon specific titles are some of the things that you're going to get for leveling up. And you're going to also have access to new weapon specials and new weapon mods, which is going to be pretty in itself. So you're going to, imagine having a completed category for your repeaters or for your war pike, and then you get blessed with a title that's like pike master or gunslinger or something cool like that, and people can look at that title and know like that guy's been putting in work in the mastery level system. So that really cool. Not to mention some of the cool weapon specials that could be coming into the game. Now, this is something that I'm very excited for, because Phoenix Labs can use this weapon special system that's put in place to just continually add extra combinations of moves to deepen the builds that are in the game, and they can continue to do things like that and implement them within the mastery system to not only give players something new to hunt for, but continually create the grind, which is awesome. All right. So, with that, I want to move on, and I want to talk about those weapon specials and mods. So, the Path of the Slayer update doesn't just rework the way you hunt, it also refines the way you fight. In each set of weapon mastery rewards, you'll see an alternate weapon special and a new weapon mod. Each of these rewards can be unlocked and equipped to customize the way you fight with that weapon. While only one can be equipped at a time, you'll find plenty of ways to mix and match, especially when you start combining these new options with the ever-evolving cell system. So the builds that are in the game are just getting strengthened with each addition that they're doing, which is amazing. So weapon specials. All weapons start out with a default special move. For the sword, it's the Valiant Overdrive. You can activate that for the keyboard players out there by hitting Q on your keyboard, or if you're like me and you play with a controller, or once the game hits console, you're going to be able to use that by hitting RB on that controller. Slayers who raise their weapon mastery can add that to a mastery special, and then you'll have a second alternative special move that you can use if that's something that you want to do. Ardent's Cyclone, that special that we were talking about for the sword, it's a devastating spin attack, and it looks really awesome, and it looks like a fun thing to do to actually put yourself in scenarios to, for example, use a weapon that you never have before. On a side note, I've been playing with the axe a lot more than what I've done in the past because of the new special that's put in place. To me, it really changes the axe gameplay, and it makes it something that's more approachable for people that may not like the slow and methodical style of it. And I'm excited to see what they can do to continually push this narrative of power and fun. So, as we continue to go, like we were talking about, only one special move can be equipped at a time, but adjusting them is pretty easy. All you have to do is look under your mod section and your loadout screen once the Path of the Slayer update has been introduced, and you'll be able to swap those out just like using anything else in the game. Also, let me say that the axe and repeater specials are still in development, and so those are going to be launching a lot later. And so if you're looking forward to something like that, you're going to have to hold your horses a bit, because they're still working on those and they want to refine them, which I understand that. They're bringing some big things to the game, so this is something that we all should be excited for. New specials aren't the only thing that you're going to get with the weapon portion of the mastery system. They're working your way through the weapon mastery system. Doing that is going to allow you to unlock some awesome weapon mods like we talked about before. And these weapon mods are going to be something that's put in place to completely change the way that you play the game, which is awesome. It's going to perform very similarly to a weapon special. Having that weapon special is going to change the way you play, and just adding in something like a weapon mod is going to just double down on that as well. And the build landscape is going to change like we talked about. The builds are no longer going to be the same. From now on, imagine whatever build you have now, plus a weapon special move, plus a mod. That is going to offer unique ways to play Dauntless. It's going to allow you to play this game like no other monster hunting game or action RPG. Awesome. Lucky for us, Phoenix Labs gave us some examples of some sword mods, so we're going to take a look at those. And we see we have 3 mods: Perpetual Blade Core, Adhesive Hilt, and Reactive Hilt. So for the Perpetual Blade Core, it's going to allow you to dealing damage while in a special generates a small amount of special meter. So I can see how a build using this particular mod with the sword will put you in a position to probably and consistently, hopefully, use your special a lot, seeing that you're going to be consistently generating that special meter. So I can see how that could be something that's pretty cool. Adhesive hilt, become unstaggerable while you're special, so that is pretty nice. It's going to allow you to do probably the most consistent damage depending on the way you build it. And then reactive hilt, last, dodge attacks always critically strikes, so that is awesome in itself to, maybe focus towards like a crit style build. Just looking at the mods that we have here and thinking about the cell system that's put in place, there's a lot of room for creativity to be able to have a variety of new builds. If you guys have any ideas on builds based off of what we have with the mods that we have, and with Arden, the super being something that's going to be in the game as well, be sure to leave that in the comment section below. And based on what we know now, the mastery system is going to be something that is going to be, wow, awesome. It's going to add so much content to the game. And me personally, I can't wait. It's going to be releasing April 24th, like we talked about earlier. And wow, this is a great time to play Dauntless, guys. Anyone that's made it this far in the video, I just want to say thank you. Continue to stay here for all things Dauntless and all things Anthem. If you guys enjoyed the video, please be sure to give it a like and a share, and join the fleet by hitting that sub button. Until then, this sailor be out in the open ocean. Peace.